This is Liz Colburn, host of The Morning Uplift. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media.
This is Daniel Poppy, host of How to Write Good here on Public House Media. I just want to thank you for listening to the following broadcast brought to you by Public House Media. Once you're done with this episode, I hope that you'll come check out my show, How to Write Good, the writing show that is not about writing. A new show of How to Write Good comes out every Wednesday, so don't forget to subscribe on iTunes so you never miss an episode of How to Write Good. Again, thanks for checking out the following broadcast on Public House Media.
Good morning. Happy Monday morning. What is your word? Crazy question, right? Especially for a Monday morning. But this morning, I want to come and share with you a little bit about one of the activities that we did this weekend in our conference, but also really talk to you about what's your word? What do you stand for? What is it that the one thing, the one word that you can remember, that you can write down, that you can focus on, that just kind of carries you through life and how it makes you think about what's going on? Choosing a godly characteristic that God wants for you in your life, you truly has the ability to transform your life forever. Thinking about what it is that you're really focused on in life. What is it that the one word that just transcribes across all experiences for you? Seriously now, like the resolutions are hard to keep at the beginning of the year. Goals are hard to meet sometimes, and no matter how many action steps you plan, sometimes it's just about sticking to one thing. Make the one thing, the main thing, right? And I'm not telling you to discourage you or telling you not to set goals, because I set goals all the time and I want you to set goals, but I want you to set measurable goals. I want you to set SMART goals. So what I'm really simply saying is that if you really want to meet all of your goals in life, you need to choose one word to focus on. And it will help you meet a lot of the goals that you simply are just making at times, that you're simply just, saying, I need to set a goal to set a goal. It's the beginning of the year, or it's, the beginning of a month, or it's time to start something new. You would need to focus on one word, and that will help you meet all the long range goals that you set for yourself. And simply making goals as a finish, kind of writing something and talking to you about some of these things. Like if you just want to do this or lose weight or, finish this project or accomplish this one thing. But if you choose one word like discipline for the year or for the month or for this focus, it will help you not only stay focused on the discipline especially if your goal is to lose weight. If you choose discipline, you're going to be disciplined in your workouts. You're going to be disciplined in eating healthy. You're going to be disciplined in how you dress yourself and speak to yourself and all those kinds of things. So you may not work out every single day, but you would be much more likely to go back to the habits from before if you focus on being disciplined. So you're not focusing on the activity necessarily, but you're focusing on the word. And because you're focused on that one word, and as an awesome bonus, you're going to see that word spill out into all other areas of your life too. Awesome, right? All right, so how do you choose this one word? What are the things that you need to do? So it doesn't have to be a New Year's resolution. It doesn't have to be a word that is completely out there. Find something that means something to you. So if you have the word victory as your word, or if you have the word intentional as your word, you can think about how God is whispering into your heart and how he is with you always. And maybe your word is embrace. Maybe your word is confidence. Maybe your word is flourish. Maybe your word is transition. Think about the things that are a part of your life and how you need to be encouraged, how you want to be inspired, and how maybe you've got some big things coming up in your life and you want to just focus on this one word. And it can be for 1 month, it can be for 2 months, it could be for 6 months, it could be for a whole year, it could be more than a year. What is your one word that you need to get you through this piece of your chunk of your life? Our eyes are open to all kinds of ways when we focus on something. So we indeed flourish once we add and claim focus on this one word that we're going to do. So I recommend you choose a word that you're willing to be intentional about as far as it takes you. And I'm still working on embracing some certain things, but I want to make sure that you have an opportunity to learn how to choose your word. So how do you choose a word? How do you pick a word? Well, the first step is you pray. God will guide you to the word that he wants you to focus on. The second thing you do is think about what godly qualities you want most in your life, and then you make a list of all the things that come to your mind. So you may just sit and write different words down, and then just read through them and think about each of those words and figure out which one might be best for you. The third thing to do is choose one word. And it may be hard to settle on just one word, but once it'll kind of stand out to you. If it's something that excites you, if it's something that really makes you think, it makes you can attach it to several areas of your life, that's probably your word. The fourth one is meaning. Look up the definition of that word and quotes around it or Bible verses, or really, attach some emotion to that word. Why does this word have meaning to you? Where are you now in your life, and how does it apply to you? Where do you want to be, and how does it attach to that situation as well? The next one is goals. Once you have chosen your one word, create 5 to 10 goals that you can see accomplishing in the next year that relate to this word, and with a few specific details and how you might achieve that. So make sure when you have those goals that they are outside your comfort zone, but yet they're achievable. So stretch yourself, but make it comfortable enough where you can still get there. The second thing is cover a variety of areas in your life. Don't just make them all about physical. Don't just make them all about, like you want to lose weight, you want to eat well, you want to do what, make them across your whole life. So make them well-rounded. Write goals about your personal life, spiritual, emotional, intellectual, physical health. It can be part of that. Relationship goals, goals relating to your marriage, goals relating to your children, goals relating to, your friends and the people in your church maybe. The third area to cover is your business, your careers, your finances, your hobbies, the other things in the world that make you tick. Then the third step in writing your goals is to bring meaning, purpose, and excitement to your life about these goals. What will you feel like? What will you accomplish? What will you have achieved when this happens? Because it's not if it happens, it's when it happens, because you're going to be so focused with this one word to get you where you need to go. So how do you keep focused on your one word? Well, create a vision board with pictures and quotes that relate to your one word and that really inspire you and bring you and put them in prominent spaces in your house. So putting them down here in my basement might help me when I'm working out, but I'm not down here all the time. So I would probably want to put them up in my bathroom or in my kitchen or someplace where I'm going to see them constantly. Put them on your phone. When I'm going for big goals, I put them as a screensaver on my phone. So when I'm getting stuck or I'm feeling like I just can't quite get there, I can scroll away my apps and I can just read the stuff that's right there on my screen. Put them on a bulletin board. Talk about them with your kids. Give them quotes. Find quotes that inspire you. List out goals and then put them all over. So if they're on your desk, if they're on, whatever, talk to God about them. Use them in your prayers. Maybe you create a Pinterest board of all the things related to your single word. Maybe you buy the letters and spell them out across something. Maybe you have them on your mantle or whatever. Look up Bible verses that relate to your word and choose 1 or 2 of them that really add to your board or add to your spaces, and then memorize those verses. So when life gets hard, when things are struggling, then you can pull those out and just recite them. Maybe find a notebook with your one word on it, or find a blank one and write your one word on it, and then journal your progress about it, how you think and how you feel and how you act about this one word, and then you can go back and see how you've progressed over time as when things maybe get tough. Write some to-do lists or a prayer about it. You can get a journal that can be personalized with your one word on it, like you put on there, or you can just buy one that has your word on it. Maybe you make a piece of jewelry that has your one word. That's a huge thing right now. There's this huge initiative right now for this one word thing. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to bring it to you today. When we were at this conference this weekend, we were talking about what coaching has done for us in our lives, and how we could find one word that would describe our experience so far and the joy that it's brought us and these kinds of things. And it was no surprise to what the word that I picked. It's actually kind of washed off, but I will be rewriting it onto my thing. My word was rise. And I had written here on my hand, R-I-S-E. And, they were choosing things like home and jump and blessed and, all these amazing words. And strong. And I was thinking, rise. I rise to the occasion every single day. I step out of my comfort zone and rise to the next level. I have risen out of my shame, guilt, and despair to rise up and be my best self. I have courage. It takes courage to rise. Whenever I fall, I get back up. Like, rising up is my thing. Rise and fit, choose to rise. It took me a nanosecond to think of my word and to write it onto my hand. I knew exactly what God has placed on my heart from the very beginning. He's given me this one word that has expanded my entire life. Now, there might be other words that I focus on and periodically through my life, but the one word for me personally that I can think of, and I was sitting reflecting in my room about it, was that, my whole life I've had to rise up out of what has been going on. We didn't have much at the beginning, sparing the details, I had to rise up in every situation. I had to level up in many ways. In a sports situation, I was a freshman in a small school, granted, but a freshman playing varsity ball for my freshman year. I never played anything. I went from 8th grade junior high to varsity basketball, and I had to rise up to that situation. Now, was I put there because I had a gift? Yes, but at the same time, I was not ready for that. And so I had to just put the feelings aside and rise up to it. With track, same thing. I was at state my first year. I got put into a situation where it was like, whoa, with a home life and with different things, I had to step up to the plate and be sometimes the parent, be the whatever, and rise up out of that. When I went to college, we didn't. I've always told you, we hadn't have much, and I went to an expensive school. I had to rise up and work 3 jobs to pay some of the bills. I had lots of financial aid as well, but I worked my tail off to get scholarships. I worked my tail off on campus to pay for room and board. I did lots of things. I had to rise up to the situation. When I get into my first teaching job, I had to rise up and move into different positions and do different things and coach a lot of players and all kinds of stuff because I needed that little extra. I had to rise up into the situation. So rise has been my word from the very beginning. It feels like God wrote that on my heart and from the very, very beginning, because in every situation that I can think of, I've had to just step up my game a little bit. I've had to rise to the next occasion. And, and that happens to everything in life. Last night, when I got home and I was hanging out with my kids, the first thing, is rising up back to that mom mode, and step up my game a little bit and make sure everything is taken care of again. And so that's my word. Rise is my word. If I had, it's everywhere for me. But maybe you need to find the word that is for you. So maybe your word is courage. Maybe your word is freedom, or joy, or kindness, or perseverance, or growth, or confidence, or faith. Maybe it's health. Maybe it's obedience. Maybe it's trust. Maybe it's surrendering. Maybe it's creativity. Maybe it's patience. Maybe it's respect. Whatever your word needs to be, choosing one of those words this year or this time in your life and focusing on that will help you not only focus on the good, the things that you need to really, that you're good at, that you're flourishing at, but it also can help, has the potential to change your life by helping you focus and leveling up to the next thing. Really diving deep into just focusing on one thing and not getting overwhelmed with it. Using that one word to attach to everything in your life and go from there. So I hope that you pick your one word and that you put it below today. Drop your one word in the comments of this video so that I know what your word is and we can help hold each other accountable and I can know what you're going to use this year to transform your life, how you're going to meet your goals, how you're going to move forward. So I would love to know, what's your one word? What is it that you're using to focus your attention, focus your heart, focus your mind, focus your life's work on? What's that one word that's going to take you from here to here today, or this week, or this month, or this year? I hope you have a fantastic Monday. I hope that you pick your one word. I hope you drop it below. I also hope that you like, comment, and share on this video. You let other people know about Public House Media and Choose to Rise. I hope that you come back on Wednesday and Friday here on Public House Media. I hope you come every day to Choose to Rise, listening on the podcast or go to my Facebook page, and talk to you all soon. Have a great week, everyone.